So I'm a crazy man. I think I'm certifiable for sure. It is July, the last week of July, and I'm starting Christmas 2026. Hey everyone, Joe here. Thanks for stopping by today. And yeah, you heard right. I'm starting Christmas, but not full out Christmas. This is a crazy time of year for me because I am doing so many different things and I'm dividing myself in so many different ways. You know, if you know me, I'm always out in the garden, the pool, and everything else that I do, and getting ready for fall and getting ready for Christmas. So I decided this year, you know what? If I can get little things done before I actually decorate, it might make my life a little bit easier. So I know I shared a Christmas video with you a few weeks ago, but I didn't reveal my theme yet. But I'm not revealing it yet because it's not that it's some big deal. It's just I want to present it to you the right way so you are excited about it as much as I'm excited about it to do this. So anyway, in today's video, what I'm going to do is I decided that I can make something that's going to go in the kitchen and I can get it out of the way. And actually, I made it already. I'm filming the beginning of this after I did that part. And I'm glad I did it because, you know what? It took more than a few hours. It took me a while to get this piece done. And it would have just sucked up that time when I was actually decorating for Christmas. So, you know, I decided to do this today. It was a good day to do it. There was nobody here. I was alone all day, and I could make a mess and then clean it up, and it looks like nothing ever happened. I actually put it away already, and it's ready to come out when I want it to come out. So I know some of you are wondering, hey Joe, aren't you going to do fall this year? Well, I'm not going to do fall the way that I normally do fall. You know how I usually do the whole entire house. I'm not going to do that because what happens is it really sets me back. I take too much time doing that because I go overboard. I can't stop. It's always more. Even though I didn't think I was going to do it, I wind up doing it. So I decided I can't do that this year, and I'm going to start Christmas really early this year. I'm talking about mid-September. I'm really going to start putting things out, putting the trees up, putting the hardware out. This way I can really take my time and I can make something beyond special is what I really want to do this year. I really want to concentrate on what I'm doing and make it absolutely beautiful. Am I going to do anything for fall? I think so. I've been debating it the past couple of days. What I might do is I might do a couple of mantelscapes or a couple of, tablescapes and stuff like that. And then take it right down, put it up and take it down. Is it a lot of work for me? Yeah, but I want to do it for you because I know a lot of people look forward to it. And at least it gives me that 1 second of looking at that stuff. I absolutely love the fall stuff. I love those colors. I love the smells. I love everything about it, but I just can't keep it up. Outside, I will do, the window, the steps, the porch and everything like that. That'll be done for fall. But I really have to get going for Christmas. So anyway, today, join me for this quick little video on how I am making the piece that goes on the mantle above the stove in the kitchen. Okay, everybody, thanks for stopping by. Hey, don't forget, I keep forgetting to tell you, if you want to join me on Facebook, you can look for me in the group section, Life with Marianne and Joe, and you can share your pictures with me and I can get to see what you're doing too. And sometimes people ask my opinion and I gladly give it to them. But I love seeing what you guys do as well. All right, so like always, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, drop me a comment. All of that stuff helps with my videos because they don't get out there and I really need them to get out there. And let's get going. So here we are in July and I'm preparing the decorations I want for Christmas above the stove here on the stove mantle now because it'll be one less thing for me to do then. So what I have to do is the first thing I'm going to do, I should say, is I'm going to cut a board the exact size of this mantle so I can decorate on top of the board, put it away, and when the time comes, take it out and put it right up there and it is done. And here's my board. It will fit exactly on top of the mantle. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to drill holes along the outside of the board here, because what I want to do is I want a piece of garland here, and what I will do is I will use zip ties to hold the garland along the outside of the board, and I'm going to do that first because I want to get that part out of the way. Okay, so I hope my drill is charged enough. If not, I'm going to have to wait a little bit. All right, so you see I drilled holes along here, 2 here, and then 1 here so the garland can wrap around. And then I evenly spaced them down the way. I didn't measure, it doesn't really matter. And then back up the other side, and now I can put my garland right across there. And that will be the first thing I do. And I used zip ties to tie it to here, and it's along the front. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep shaking it to get off all the loose doohickeys, because people that know me, you know how Marianne hates these little green things, and I don't want to hear her yelling at me, so I will continue to do that before I go any further. I made these gingerbread houses out of cardboard a few years back, and they're actually on their last leg. I was going to actually throw them away at the end of last season, but I thought, let me keep them just in case. So I'm going to do some, alteration on them, because that's what I want to have, like a gingerbread village over the stovetop there. But as you can see, these are real, peppermints, and all the red came off. So I have to repaint the red on. And look here, this dripped because it was so hot in the attic. And excuse me. So I have to fix, some stuff up. But what I'm going to have to do is I'm actually going to have to cut this in order to fit on that board. So like I said, they were going to go in the garbage anyway, so I might as well get one more season out of them. But fixed. I measured the halfway point of the board, and I put that house right in the middle. Dry fit them in, and then hot glue them in. So here's where I'm at right now, okay? So I got my houses in spot, and you know what? It's taken time, and it's time that I don't have when I actually have to decorate. So, it's well worth it. It's odd, but it's well worth it. So it's looking cute already, and it's nowhere near done already. I mean, it's nowhere near done yet, not already. Before I do anything else, I want to touch up all of these candies. So I have my red acrylic paint here, and I'm just going to put those stripes back on those candy. So I just added splotches of red onto that candy, and I mean really fast. And then I had this glitter paint. It was in a tube from the Dollar Tree, and I just brushed on the glitter to make it look more, candy, sugared, I guess you would say. It's not picking up as much in the on the video. It's still drying as well, but it looks neat. It looks like it's highly candied. So next in, I'm going to put a ribbon here before I put anything else in, and I'm going to use the red and white striped ribbon. I started right here in the center, and I just did a loop, and I'm using these sprigs to lock it in place. Now this is always trying for me. The first ribbon I do for the year, sometimes it takes me a little bit longer than I would like it to take, and I'm hoping that's not going to be the case. All right, like I said, I started from the center here, and I just keep going in and it ended like that. So then the next piece, I went in from here, right? And I made it look, this looks like a bow then. So actually this is the end of this piece, and this is the beginning of the next piece. And then I just kept, haphazardly, organically is the correct word, coming across. Here's another one here. It ended, and then I started it up here, and I came around the side. So, I mean, obviously, when I put it up there, I'm going to have to adjust the ribbon once again. And I did it like down here. I'm on the counter now. And I did it underneath because when you look up at it, I want to see the ribbon. So now what I have to do is I'm going to continue on this opposite side and come down the other end. Not too bad, right? For my first ribbon for 2026. I completed the ribbon across the whole bottom. I think what I'm going to do before I put anything else in this garland, I have some trees that I want to put in, and I think I should put those in now. I don't know why. I just have that feeling I should do that right now. I have these lighter green trees, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 of them, and I think I'm going to use these. I like the way they play off of the, they're another color. It's a lighter green, the darker green, the red, and the white. And I'm just going to try to scatter them through here. So let me see how that's going to look, and then I'll show you how that comes out. Okay, I think that looks pretty cute. That made a big difference. Just that little bit of trees put in there. Okay, so now I'm going to start trying to put some stuff in here. Pine cones first because they're bigger and they get in the way of everything. All right, so I started with 4 and I mixed some symmetry in with asymmetry as well. And the pine cones so far I've done symmetrical. So I put 1 down here facing here, then I put 1 in here up, and then here up in the opposite direction, and then here down in the opposite direction. So far I put 4 in. If I need more, I will put them in, but I don't want it to become laden with pine cones because that's not the theme of the thing here. But I do think it gives that wintry kind of a look. And people always ask me how I put them in here. I actually just put floral wire around the bottom of it, within these little tabs here, and then I just wire it right into the garland. My YouTube friends, the Fishers, made these for me. They decoupaged the napkin onto the styrofoam, and then they put a lot of glitter on it. You can't see it in the video, but it looks candied. And then they sent me a bunch to make myself as well. And I think I'm going to use 2 in this piece. So I'm going to put 1 on an angle here and 1 at the opposite end. I made these a few years back. They're gingerbread poinsettia. I saw them in a store and they were really expensive, so I didn't know how much I was really going to use them. I think I used them once before, but I made them just out of like the paper that, grocery bag paper, and I used the puff paint on it and a couple of berries, and then I just am squishing it in now so that it has a better look, and I'm going to tuck a few of these in. 4 of them. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 there. I'm going to use 2 of these ice cream cones. This is actually, it's kind of like an insulation from Home Depot. It comes in a roll, and I just hot glued it. We got to do it fast because it melts. And then I painted it white. And then this is a styrofoam cone-shaped piece from the Dollar Tree, and I put a ball there. It's a little bit big, but it's supposed to be the cherry on the top, so that's an ice cream cone. I'm going to put 2 of those in. All right, this is the cupcake tin, right? And then this is that expandable foam that's used for insulation. I put in there, and then I just glued in, put some glitter on it to make it look like a cupcake. I got styrofoam balls, and I just put red cellophane paper, and I tied off each edge so it looks like a big gumdrop. And I put, let me see, I think 7 of those in. 2 giant marshmallows. Those are real marshmallows. They get petrified after you leave them out a bit. Just put some wire in there and they hook right in. Some gingerbread people and a couple of berries here and there, and eventually I'll put some candy canes in there. But this is it for now. Tell me what you think about it. Thanks for stopping by. Take care, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.